Hi everyone, I am Jill and I am your instructor for English 304. Welcome to the course, we're almost there. Because we are testing a new version of eCampus with our course, I wanted to just make sure you had all the information you needed to log into the course on Monday when it will become available to you. So I'm actually using one of the new tools in the course to record this little tutorial for you. But as I wrote in the email to you that I sent a couple weeks ago, because this is a different version of eCampus, you're not going to go to ecampus.wvu.edu to log into our site. You're actually going to go to learn.wvu.edu. So make sure that you add or put this address into your browser to get to the right site so that we can get to the right version of eCampus. When you put that into your address bar, this is the page that should show up, your login page. Per the email I sent you, it's a good idea to do this browser check first. Click on that browser check and that will make sure that you're using a browser version of Firefox or Explorer that will work with our site, and it'll make sure that you have the Java plugin that will work with our site. So once you've done that and make sure that you have a browser and version of Java plugin that works with this new version of eCampus, go ahead and put your username, which is just your master ID, and your password in here. These are the same username and password that you use for Mix. Click Login, and then the page that you come to should look something like this. You, of course, are only going to have one course in here, unless you happen to be taking another course that's being piloted in this new system. But click on the name of our course, English 304, and that will pop you into our course site, which I'm going to now take you to live. Your course site will look something like this. This is what our home page will look like. So this is what you'll go to as soon as you click into our course. I just want to show you for Monday the two most important areas that you'll have to go to. In this left-hand navigation bar, you'll see that there are links to various sections of the site. So the course information section of the site will take you to another copy of our syllabus. I did make a few tweaks to it from the version that I sent you a couple weeks ago, so you might want to take a look at that, print it out so that you have easy access to that even when you don't have access to our course site online. But the most important section of the site, what you're going to want to get really familiar with, is this coursework section. The course is organized into modules. So you won't see all of these when you log in on Monday, but you'll see that there are 2 modules for each week of the course. And this is because we have 2 major deadlines each week. You usually have a deadline on Thursday and a deadline on Sunday. So each module coordinates with half of the week of work. So you're definitely going to be able to see week 1.1, which is going to contain instructions for and links to all of the work that you have to do through Monday and Thursday of the week. So all you have to do is click on that module and you'll see that you have a table of contents of all of the items that are available in this module, and it starts off with a coursework checklist for this half of the week. The first section of that checklist includes our goals for the week. The second section includes the required work for the week, at least through Thursday. So you'll see that you have to complete a start of term survey by Thursday. You have to post your first discussion board forum post, which is going to be pretty simple. It's an introduction to yourself. And then the reading assignment for the week. The third section is an optional section. It contains work that you can do or might want to do this week. For instance, in this first week, this optional section includes a grammar pretest. if there are areas of grammar and mechanics that you think you want to work on, you can work on those outside of the regular course load. Here, I've created some quizzes and tests for you to see what areas of grammar and mechanics you might want to work on. So each week has some optional grammar and mechanics quizzes that you can work on at your leisure if you feel like you need help in those certain areas. So how do you get to all of these assignments? They're all included in the table of contents. You can see the required work here corresponds right with this table of contents. Start of term survey, first discussion board assignment, and the readings. So if you click on these, you can get to the links either to that assignment, or you also might end up getting a lot of instructions from this link. So here you can see the instructions for your first discussion board posting assignment. And then, as you could with the survey previously, all you have to do is click to launch, which will take you to the discussion board where you're going to create your thread and make your post. So you can see that there's a text editor right here, which you use very similar to the way you use email. You can put a subject line, put your discussion board post right in here. If you'd like to attach a picture of yourself, add an attachment of your picture. That'll help us put a face with a name. And then you can submit your post, and you will have completed your first assignment. It'll show up here for all the rest of us in the course to read. All right. So going back to the first module, you'll see that the next item in the module includes PDFs of the first 2 chapters of our textbook, which I've included just in case you haven't received your textbook yet. I won't be able to do that for subsequent chapters because of copyright laws, but those are there in case you haven't received your textbook yet. And then the last item includes all of these grammar and mechanics pre-tests. Even if you don't do all of these, I would recommend doing at least a couple, because this will get you used to using the test tool in eCampus. And you do have a reading quiz that will be due in week 1.2 by Sunday on EBC chapters 1 and 2. So this will give you some practice using that tool before you have to take your first quiz. All right, that's it. We start our class on Monday. You can email me questions. You can also go to the discussion board right through our eCampus site, and you'll see a course questions thread already created there, and you can post your own questions to that site, and hopefully we won't run into too many glitches. I look forward to working with you this semester. See you next week.